What if regaining your strength wasn't a dream, but something quietly waiting in 6 simple habits you can start today? Most people think that feeling weak, slow, and stiff is just part of getting older, like a price we all have to pay. But what if that belief is wrong? What if your energy, your balance, even your confidence could begin to return? Not through luck or genetics, but through 6 proven habits that have been quietly changing the lives of people over 60 around the world? I'm Dr. James, and in this video, we're going to walk through those 6 habits one by one. You'll learn how to protect your muscles without a gym, how to keep your brain sharper with just 15 minutes a day, and how to rebuild the kind of inner vitality that lets you wake up feeling alive. By the end, I'll share one truth that may shift the way you think about aging forever. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the positive energy. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. Habit number 1, daily walking, the simplest medicine that rebuilds your future. Your legs are not just for moving, they are for living. Every step you take is a quiet promise to your body that you still believe in life, in strength, in freedom. And the most underrated secret to aging well is also the most familiar: walking. You don't need to pay for it. You don't need a coach. And you're never too old to begin. Scientifically, walking activates nearly every system in the body. Your heart rate rises gently, pumping fresh blood through the vessels, delivering oxygen to muscles and even your brain. Harvard studies show that just 30 minutes of walking a day can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 40%. It also helps regulate blood pressure, balance blood sugar, support bone density, and improve mood. And neurologists have found that walking boosts the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory. Think of it as brain fertilizer, triggered by your feet. But here's what happens when we stop moving. Our circulation slows, our muscles begin to weaken, and our joints tighten. What used to feel like a short stroll becomes a challenge. The stiffness creeps in quietly, like a fog that blurs your freedom. Then come the falls, the imbalance, the fear of steps. Over time, the body adapts to stillness. And stillness is not rest. It is retreat. Walking keeps your body in rhythm with life. Without it, even your lungs and digestive system grow sluggish. Worst of all, your confidence begins to fade. You start doubting your own legs. That is when aging feels like decline. Let me tell you about Raymond. He's 73, used to be a car mechanic in Ohio. 2 years ago, he couldn't even go upstairs without sitting to catch his breath. He told his doctor, "I guess this is just age." But his doctor said, "No, this is disuse." So Raymond began walking. Just 10 minutes a day, around his house. No pressure, no fancy shoes. 2 years later, he's walking 2 miles each morning. No cane, no back pain. He says, "Walking gave me my life back. And if you saw him now, you'd believe it." So what can you do today? Start small. Walk to the end of the block and back. Walk after dinner instead of sitting in front of the TV. Walk around the grocery store slowly, purposefully. If it rains, march in place while watching your favorite show. The magic isn't in the mileage, it's in the motion. 5 minutes becomes 10, 10 becomes 30. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is presence, being in your body, in motion, in life. And here's my personal take. I believe walking is one of the most powerful forms of medicine nature ever gave us. It doesn't just rebuild your body, it rebuilds your spirit. It tells your legs, "I still trust you." It tells your heart, "You still matter." It tells the world, "I am not done yet." We don't age because we get older. We age when we stop moving. So take that walk today, not for exercise, but for dignity, for joy, for the version of you who still wants to be here, fully alive. Just step out the door. That first step might feel small, but your future will feel it in every breath. Habit number 2. Eat to live long. Fast food is not just fuel, it is a daily decision that shapes your future. Every bite you take sends a signal, either to build your body up or quietly break it down. And after the age of 50, that signal becomes louder. Your body starts to need more support to fight inflammation, repair worn-out cells, and protect the brain. This is where science gives us clear guidance. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids reduce brain shrinkage, antioxidants in colorful vegetables slow cellular aging, and protein helps preserve the muscles that keep us standing tall. Fiber from fruits, beans, and grains feeds your gut microbiome, which in turn protects your immune system and mental clarity. Hydration keeps your kidneys filtering waste and your joints lubricated. It's a symphony of systems, and food is the conductor. But when that food is processed, stripped, and filled with artificial ingredients, the music begins to distort. Blood sugar spikes, inflammation rises, and your cells start to misfire. Many seniors fall into the trap of fast food or microwave meals not out of laziness, but out of habit or convenience. The price we pay is subtle at first, maybe a little fatigue, some brain fog, joint pain that seems like just age. But over time, this diet slowly wears you down. It's not always visible, but it is always working beneath the surface. And before you know it, food has become your slowest poison. Let me tell you about Evelyn. She's 68 and lives in Arkansas. For years, she followed the routine many of us know too well. Toast and coffee for breakfast, deli sandwiches for lunch, frozen dinners at night. She thought her fatigue was normal, that her aching joints were just her age catching up. But when her doctor said, "You're feeding disease, not health," she decided to change. Evelyn didn't go on a complicated diet. She started simple. Spinach in her eggs, roasted carrots on her plate, a fresh salad each evening. In 6 months, she had lost 15 pounds, her cholesterol dropped, and her clarity returned. She said, "I didn't change my life. I just started giving it what it needed." So what can you do starting today? Begin by looking at your plate. Is there something green on it? Something natural? Something that still looks like it came from the earth? Add 1 fresh vegetable to each meal. Choose fish like salmon or sardines a couple times a week. Swap sugary drinks for herbal tea or plain water with lemon. Buy oats instead of sugary cereal. You don't have to get it perfect, just get it going. 1 change becomes 2, and suddenly you are building a body that feels better every day. Eating well is not about depriving yourself. It is about protecting what you love, your mind, your movement, your memories. Here's my personal take. I believe food is a daily opportunity, not to punish yourself, not to chase a number on a scale, but to honor the vessel you live in. Every wholesome bite is a whisper to your cells that you still care, that you still believe this body is worth protecting, that you want not just more years, but better ones. You don't need a strict plan, you just need a little more intention. And from that intention grows energy, strength, and joy. Don't eat to fill a moment, eat to build a future. Your body will know the difference, and it will thank you. Habit number 3, keep your mind fit. Your legs need movement to stay strong, and so does your brain. As we age, many people fear the loss of memory more than physical weakness, yet few realize that the brain, like a muscle, must be trained, or it will fade. The science is clear. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections, continues well into old age if it is challenged. Activities like reading, writing, learning a new skill, or even having thoughtful conversations stimulate the hippocampus, the area of your brain responsible for memory and learning. When you engage your mind regularly, you strengthen the pathways that help you stay mentally sharp. Brain games, puzzles, and language practice activate different regions, improving attention, reasoning, and problem-solving speed. Research from King's College London found that seniors who engage in mentally stimulating activities have significantly better memory and processing ability than those who don't. But when mental engagement stops, when each day becomes a repeat of the last, the mind begins to close in on itself. Forgetfulness grows, not as an attack, but as a quiet retreat. You forget where you placed your keys, then a doctor's appointment, then a friend's name. And slowly, your world shrinks. Not just in memory, but in confidence. You stop speaking up in conversations. You avoid learning new things. You begin to doubt your own mind. And that doubt feeds more decline. It's a painful loop. But it can be broken. Take Martha, for example, a 70-year-old retired nurse from Minnesota. After a few months of retirement, she noticed her memory wasn't as sharp. She started to forget little things, where she put her reading glasses, what she went into the kitchen for. She was scared, but determined. So she began a routine. 20 minutes of reading every morning, daily crossword puzzles, and once a week, she attended a beginner Spanish class at the community center. "It's like my brain woke up again," she told her daughter. "I'm remembering names, sleeping better, and I feel excited for the day again." Martha didn't fix her mind with pills. She fed it with curiosity. So what can you do today? Read something new. Not just headlines, but books that challenge your thinking. Try learning a new skill. Gardening, drawing, playing a musical instrument, even learning to use a new app on your phone. Do puzzles or brain games for 10 minutes a day. Have a real conversation, not just a text, with someone you care about. Ask questions. Listen closely. Take a class at your local library or watch a documentary on a subject you know nothing about. These things may seem small, but they're brain vitamins. They keep your mental muscles strong. And here's my view. Mental fitness isn't about fear of decline. It's about respect for the life you've lived and the life you still want to enjoy. Your brain has carried your memories, your stories, your identity. It's been your companion through every joy and hardship. Now is the time to nourish it with the same devotion it's given you. Don't think of brain health as something for later. It's for now. Because your mind is still curious, still creative, still capable. All it needs is your permission to keep growing. Habit number 4, stay strong. Most people think aging weakens the body because of the years that pass, but in reality, it's not time that robs your strength. It's muscle loss. A slow, silent process called sarcopenia that begins as early as your 40s and accelerates after 60 if nothing is done to stop it. Muscle is not just for lifting weights or looking fit. It's what helps you rise from a chair without using your hands, carry your groceries with confidence, walk upstairs without fear, and most importantly, stay independent. When you don't use your muscles, they shrink. They forget their purpose, and everyday movements begin to feel like uphill battles. But here's the truth that brings hope. Muscle loss is not inevitable. You can slow it down, even reverse it, with something simple, consistent, and surprisingly gentle: resistance training. That doesn't mean you need a gym membership or heavy dumbbells. It means using your body weight, water bottles, or resistance bands to engage your muscles in small, intentional ways that signal your body to stay strong. Now let's talk about what happens when we ignore this. Without resistance training, strength fades inch by inch, and with it goes your balance, your coordination, your energy, and your confidence. The risk of falls increases, bones become brittle, your posture slumps, and with every physical limitation comes emotional doubt, the kind that whispers, "Maybe I shouldn't go for that walk," or "Maybe I'll stay home today." When your body feels weak, your world gets smaller. That's not aging, it's surrendering. But we don't have to surrender. Let me tell you about Alan, a 74-year-old retired postman from North Carolina. He had a minor fall at the grocery store, nothing serious, but it shook his confidence. His doctor told him he had early muscle loss and was at risk for more dangerous falls. Alan didn't wait. He started doing 5-minute routines at home, simple things like wall push-ups, squats while holding a chair, and lifting soup cans for arm curls. Within 3 months, he was stronger, steadier, and most importantly, more confident. "I didn't think it would make this much difference," he said, "but now I get out of bed and feel solid, like I can trust my legs again." So how can you start? Begin with bodyweight squats holding a sturdy surface like a kitchen counter. Do 5 or 10 a day. Try pushing against the wall, slowly, to activate your chest and arms. Lift small water bottles in each hand. For curls, do seated leg lifts while watching the news. It doesn't have to be intense, it just has to be regular. According to the National Institute on Aging, strength training just twice a week can improve bone density, balance, and even reduce arthritis pain. The point is not perfection, it's participation. Every repetition is a message to your body that you're still in the fight. Here's my perspective. Staying strong isn't about vanity or muscle tone, it's about freedom. It's about walking unassisted, hugging your grandchildren without wobbling, stepping into the shower without fear of slipping. It's about dignity. And dignity in aging is not something you hope for, it's something you build one rep at a time. Even now, your body is listening, waiting for your signal. And when you give it movement, it answers with strength. So don't ask, am I too old to start? Ask, am I willing to stay still? Because strength isn't something you lost, it's something you can reclaim. Starting today. Habit number 5, social connection. You can eat right, you can exercise daily, even sleep 8 hours every night. But if you do all of that in silence, alone, something vital is still missing. Connection. Human connection is not a luxury, it's not a hobby, it's medicine. And for older adults, it might be the most important kind. Loneliness doesn't just hurt emotionally, it hurts biologically. Research shows that chronic loneliness raises inflammation in the body, weakens the immune system, and increases the risk of early death by up to 26%, the same as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It accelerates memory loss, raises blood pressure, and makes the body more vulnerable to every kind of age-related decline. The reason is simple. Your body knows when you're alone. Your brain knows when it hasn't heard another voice in days. And your heart, both emotionally and physically, begins to withdraw. But just as loneliness can break you down, connection can build you back up. Let me tell you about Carolyn, a 76-year-old widow from Arizona. After her husband passed and her children moved away, she told herself she was fine. She kept to herself, watched TV, did puzzles. But slowly she started sleeping less. Her blood pressure rose, her energy dropped, and her memory grew cloudy. She didn't feel sick, but she didn't feel alive either. Then one day, she joined a small book club at her local library. Nothing big, just 5 people meeting once a week. But those simple conversations, that laughter, that sense of being expected and seen, it changed her. I didn't realize how much I missed hearing someone say my name, she told me. And from that moment, she started to bloom again. It wasn't the books, it was the bonding. You see, social connection is like sunlight for the soul. It reminds you that you still belong. It lifts your mood, lowers stress, and even sharpens your thinking. When you talk with someone, even briefly, your brain releases oxytocin, the hormone of trust and connection, which lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. Your immune system responds, your heart rate steadies, your spirit rises. And no, it doesn't have to be a crowd. 1 or 2 people who truly see you is enough. A neighbor, a friend, a relative, a walking buddy, a phone call, a shared laugh, a moment of listening. These aren't small things, they're lifelines. Now, from my personal view, this is the most overlooked habit of all, because it feels like something we can't control. But you can. You can make the first call. You can join that local group, even if it feels awkward at first. You can strike up a short conversation with someone at the grocery store. You can volunteer 1 morning a week at the library or food pantry. The opportunities are there, waiting. And you don't need deep talks all the time. You just need real moments, real faces, real voices. We are social beings, and our bodies wither when we're isolated. But we also heal, slowly and deeply, when we feel included again. So let me ask you, when was the last time someone asked how you were and truly meant it? When was the last time you laughed with someone, shared a memory, or simply felt heard? That's not just emotional comfort. That's biology. That's healing. And if today you're watching this and feeling a little too quiet, too alone, take it as your sign. Reach out. Just 1 call, 1 hello, 1 new step into the world around you. Because you're not meant to fade in silence. You're meant to be surrounded, seen, and celebrated. And connection, even the smallest kind, can bring your world back to life. Habit number 6, deep sleep. Of all the habits that matter most as we age, this might be the one we sacrifice first and regret the longest. Sleep. Deep, uninterrupted, healing sleep. It's not a luxury. It's not laziness. It's your body's most powerful tool to repair, to reset, to restore. And yet, for many older adults, it's also one of the most broken habits. You go to bed, but you don't stay asleep. You wake up groggy, foggy, frustrated. You chalk it up to age. But let me be clear. Poor sleep is not just a nuisance. It's a slow erosion of your health from the inside out. When you sleep, your brain performs essential maintenance. It clears away toxic waste, stabilizes your memory, rebalances hormones, reduces inflammation, and prepares your muscles and organs for the next day. It's not rest, it's repair. Without it, even good habits, healthy eating, walking, staying social, they lose power. Studies show that chronic poor sleep increases the risk of Alzheimer's, heart disease, weight gain, depression, and even falls. Because when your mind is foggy, your balance suffers. When your hormones are off, your cravings spike. When your body can't heal overnight, pain builds up. The connection is deep and undeniable. Let me share a story. Michael, 67, from Colorado, was waking up 4 or 5 times every night. His energy was gone. His doctor prescribed sleeping pills, but they left him dizzy and disconnected. So he tried something different. He began respecting sleep as a sacred ritual. No screens after 8 p.m., dim lights, a consistent bedtime, and gentle stretching before bed. After a few weeks, the results were clear. He wasn't just sleeping through the night, he was thinking clearer, moving steadier, and his blood pressure dropped. He said, "It's like my brain finally got a chance to catch up." This is the truth most seniors never hear. You can improve your sleep, even now. But you have to treat it as essential, not optional. Start with your environment. Keep the room cool, dark, and quiet. Use blackout curtains. Remove bright clocks. Limit caffeine after noon. Avoid heavy meals at night. Read a real book instead of scrolling your phone. Give your mind and body the signal. It's time to rest, to heal. And be consistent. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Your brain, especially after 60, thrives on rhythm. Without it, your internal clock gets confused and restless sleep becomes your new normal. Now, here's my personal perspective. Deep sleep isn't just about longevity. It's about clarity, joy, peace. When you're well rested, your decisions improve, your mood softens, your conversations feel fuller. You notice beauty again, in nature, in others, in yourself. But when you're sleep deprived, even the smallest problems feel like mountains. So if there's one gift you can give your older self, let it be this. Guard your sleep. Protect it like you would your home. Because in those quiet hours of rest, your body is doing sacred work. It's not just sleeping, it's saving your life one night at a time. So tonight, ask yourself, have I created the space to truly rest? Not just collapse from exhaustion, but enter the kind of sleep that restores who I am. If the answer is no, it's okay. You can start tonight. Light a candle. Read a few pages. Breathe. And remind yourself that this time is not lost. It's invested. Because when you sleep well, you live well. And when you live well, you age with grace. Thank you for walking this path with me today. We've uncovered 6 quiet but powerful habits. Daily walking. Nourishing food. Mental training. Strength building. Meaningful connection. Deep, restorative sleep. None of them require youth. None of them demand perfection. But each one, when practiced with intention, becomes a thread in the fabric of a longer, stronger, more meaningful life. And maybe now you're realizing what aging really is. It's not decline. It's design. A slower rhythm, yes. But also a deeper one. With space to listen, to care, to heal. To choose who you want to be, again. Remember this, you are not running out of time. You are entering a new season, And this season is not about what you've lost. It's about what you still have the power to protect. Your body is listening, your mind is listening, your soul is waiting. So today, start with one step, one small change, one quiet promise to yourself. Because the future is not written in years. It's written in your choices. If this message reached you, please comment below and write, "I'm still walking," so I know you're here. Still growing, still choosing life. And if you found value in this video, I'd be grateful if you liked, subscribed, and shared it with someone who needs hope today. Because aging with strength, clarity, and purpose, that's the kind of energy we're here to spread. Positive energy. I'll see you in the next video.